Hey guys, Mike coming back with another video. Just want to do a little national recap and some mail days and an auction win. As usual, I didn't find much of the national this year. It was more about seeing my buddies, Brian and everybody else. Great to see all the guys, talk to them a little bit. I was just there a couple days this year, Wednesday and Thursday. I had a good time and lots of fun and just go over a few things. The only thing I actually bought the whole 2 days I was there was this photo. This is a 1942 photo while Hank was in the service. He's in officers training school after Pearl Harbor. He went re-enrolled, or re-enlisted, I should say, back in the Army. And this looks like he is umpiring a game or being at first base, and he's calling someone safe before he even get there. So I don't know if this is a staged photo or what they're doing, but I love anything war related for Hank. He served quite a while, from 41 all the way through the mid 45. So he lost, as I've said many a times, many years to service in World War II. And I think it's neat. It's a baseball photo with him not playing baseball. So very cool. That was a fun piece to get. Oh yeah, the other things I got were from my buddy Brian. Every year we kind of do an exchange. This year my wife's been sick and I'd forgot to take his present with me, so I got that to him later. I think he's done a video showing that, or at least he knows about it. And he got his present. So I'm sorry about that, Brian. I forgot to take it to the show. But while I was there, he gave me the present for me. And he really knocked it out the park this time. He gave me a Johnny Bench triple threads white whale 1 of 1. And it's really nice. I've got a few other... I actually have a couple others from this same set, from same design. Bat Legend. And it's a white whale 1 of 1. So really cool. Thank you, Brian, for that. And he also got me another 1 of 1, a plate. This is from 2013 Topps Archives. I think this is the 72 basketball design. It was an insert. I didn't have one of these plates. I like to get at least one plate if I can from anything benches in, if they have them. And so this is the first plate I got from that. So that was really cool. So thank you, Brian. Great to see you as always. And just really had a great time seeing you and hanging out with you again. And my Hank screensaver back there. Doing it from a little different angle this time. Just seeing how this works out. Some other things I picked up. I'm working on the Select Rainbow for Hank. He was actually in it. I guess this is 2024 now. Or maybe it's this year's. But this is like a green shimmer or something like that. It's not numbered, but I'm trying to put all these together. Prism. Cool card. I got this off eBay, but this actually belonged to Sean at one time. This is a signature from Hank from actually when he appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show in the 60s. He signed it on the back of a cast card. This is like a list they do, I guess, so they know who's going to appear at what time on the show. And these people, when you look at to see, if you do the research, this was the week before. And I guess they had some extra ones laying around. And the next week when Hank was on it, he signed the back of one for someone, put best wishes, Hank Greenberg. So an Ed Sullivan cut for Hank, which is pretty cool. Let's see, what else have we got? Most of the other things I got are photos. It's hard for me to find cards anymore because there's so little that I need anymore. But I love photos. Here's a photo of Hank in the 60s lounging at home. But what I got this for was that I've got a photo of him with Babe Ruth right before Babe Ruth passed away. And there's a photo, I don't have that photo of him signing it. There's a photo of Babe signing a photo to Hank. And on his memorabilia wall here, he's got some of his favorite art pieces, I would say. Family photos and such. But there's the Babe Ruth picture that Babe Ruth filled out for him and gave to him at that meeting. So obviously Hank held it in high esteem as he put it on the wall with other artwork and family pictures. I thought that was pretty cool. A guy offered Brian this photo. Brian doesn't do photos really, but I love them. This is one of the classic war photos of Hank. This is actually a Type 1 photo here. And it's one of the... there's a baseball magazine. I don't have it handy, but they actually used this photo for the cover of Baseball Magazine. And just a classic image of him when he first reported in 1941 for duty. Great smile, great picture. I wish I should have got the magazine out. This is actually from the, if I can get it to show, here we go. Original Baseball Magazine photo archives. But I just think that's probably the best war picture of Hank that I've got now. So very glad to get that. And what else do I get? I got this one auction lot from Lelands, I believe. And it has some really interesting pieces in it. We'll go ahead and show. First one I'll show is a photo of Hank. In 1938, he hit 58 home runs, missing Babe Ruth's record by 2. And in December, I believe it is, he was at the, let's see here, December of 38, he appeared at the baseball meetings. And I've seen this photo many a times, but not a Type 1. And it was in this 4-piece auction from Lelands. They called it the Christmas auction for Hank. This is where he wrote on a chalkboard 61 homers in 1939. And this is a photo you see quite a bit if you look at Hank stuff. But I'm glad to have the Type 1 photo for it now. And also it came with a second piece of the 4 was a letter, which I think corresponds to our times. This would have been in 1980s. And he writes on there, "Dear Kenny, evidently the autograph business is flourishing as I find myself out of Hall of Fame cards. Could you kindly send me some? Hope this finds you in your good spirits and the holidays are joyous ones. Cordially, Hank." But obviously he was getting lots of requests for his autograph. And this is actually on his home stationery out of Beverly Hills, California. This is probably early to mid 80s, I would guess. Because I've got another one like that. I'm probably going to get that framed up and sell it. The third piece of this collection was a Christmas card that I'm sure his wife put together. This is him with his wife Carol and son Hank Jr. and Stephen. And they didn't sign it. Maybe this was an extra one that got out, who knows. But Hank, Carol, little Hank, and Stephen. So that's pretty neat. That's a real photo card on the front. It's been pasted to it. So this was probably early 50s, I would guess. But the real item I wanted of the bunch is this one. This is really neat. This is a really nice government postcard, I guess you could call it, with a beautiful autograph on it. Best regards, Hank Greenberg and his great signature. But the interesting part was that he is the postmark on it. If I remember correctly, he was discharged from his first tour of service. He was there from like April until December 5th, 1941. This postcard is dated December 6th, 1941. So he just got out of the Army. He was probably just been discharged, was heading home because it is mailed in Detroit. And he sent out, it looks like a bunch of these cards that he signed for fan mail. And if anybody knows the dates, December 7th, 1941 was Pearl Harbor. So this card was postmarked the day after he got out of the service and the day before Pearl Harbor, which I think is really, really neat. And he, of course, I think the next day or 2 days later, re-enlisted, and he was in there from, he went back, I think, in February, and was 42, and was there until he was discharged, and I think in June of 45. Then came back in 45, led the Tigers to the World Series. They won the pennant on his grand slam in the 9th inning against the Senators, or the Browns, to beat the Senators, and then they won the World Series. So I love that part of his career. It was just an amazing story, but very neat. So I wanted to get that into the collection. And I believe that is everything. One other thing. I got this card too, and I'll be finished here. This was an actual neat piece from a collection. This is 1938. It's dated July 30th. I love these. This shows him in his private life with some friends. This is a home photo. They actually made into a 5x7 of Hank visiting some friends. And I don't think I can read to Mrs. H.C. Dean with sincere best wishes, Hank Greenberg. And I got this directly from the person, I think it was his grandfather that he was friends with, Mr. Dean. And he was selling this photo because it was signed by Hank. And that is a period signature, probably signed it in 38, based on the signature too. But showing him in his civilian clothes, or I should say public or private clothes. I think that is just, I love that kind of stuff. From 1938. Yeah. So very, very cool. I hope he's got some more stuff. I'd love to get it. But very, very neat. All right, that is everything. I hope everybody's doing well. I think I watched a lot of videos. Seems like everybody enjoyed themselves at the National. And thanks for watching. And I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying the baseball season. I don't know if the Reds are going to make the postseason or not, but we'll find out. But everyone take care, and I'll talk to you later, Lord willing. Bye-bye.